Hallo zusammen, wir sind hier am Stand von Breezer. Bei mir das Urgestein und der Miterfinder des Mountainbikes, Joe Breezer. Hello Joe.
Hey David, how are you doing?
Thanks, I'm fine, and you?
Good, good. Having a good time here in Friedrichshafen, the show.
What do you think is a trend at the Eurobikes this year?
Well, I've gotten around a little bit, and it seems like a number of the makers have 29ers on their floor. So, and here's ours right here, the Cloud 9.
Is it the new range at your bikes?
Yes.
Was next year?
Actually, it is. This Breezer Cloud 9 is our first, my first 29er bike, and first carbon fiber bike too.
Please tell me the facts and specs of the bike.
Yeah, it's a bike that's designed for the tight, twisty single track. And I think if people rode this Cloud 9, they'd find that they couldn't feel the difference. They'd think they were on a 26er. It's a really tight handling bike.
Do you think in Germany the 29er trend is coming up?
Absolutely. What is it? Florian Vogel riding Scott Spark scale won the Bike Riders Challenge in Switzerland, and got second place at the World Cup at Windham Hill in New York last week.
Yes. What's the special highlights of this bike?
Yeah, I put particularly short chainstays on it. It's a tough thing to do with the bigger wheels, of course, to make the chainstays short, but I find it makes the bike handle better. 29ers are already good climbing bikes, but the tighter rear end make for so you can have the same fun that you've had on the 26er in the tight twisty turns, which I like. The handling skills, and up front is particular geometry, probably steeper than some 29ers you see, that keep the bike tight in the twisties, so you can have that fun. Yeah.
What's the weight of this bike?
The reason we call it the Cloud 9 is because it's in the 9 kilogram range, so it's a good light bike.
There are other specs available?
Yeah, of course, it's got the new XTR 2x10 drive system on it for racing. And you know, of course, being XTR, it's the really light, the kind product, you know, so it's a...
What's the cheapest model of this bike?
Yeah, we do the Cloud 9. It's announced this is the Cloud 9 Limited with the XTR, and then we do a Cloud 9 Pro, which is the SLX version, and then we have aluminum models too with the same geometry as the Cloud 9 series. We call it our Jetstream. They're two Jetstream aluminum frames with SLX component, and there's one right around the corner here too. So there are 4 bikes in our 29er line, and of course we have our 26 models still. Of course the classic Breezer Lightning 26er, and in steel, very light frame, probably the lightest production steel frame made, of course, with my Breezin dropouts that are half the weight and twice the stiffness of your regular traditional dropouts, and a lot of those diffusing tubing designs that make the frame so light and lively transfer over to the aluminum frame, our Breezer Thunder models, 26 model.
You are a fan of steel frames?
Yeah, I guess
Why is a Cloud number 9 carbon fiber?
Somehow I've been pigeonholed as a steel guy. Steel is real and all that, which it is, and it has its fine attributes. But my thing really is that it's not so much the material, whether it's steel, aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber. It's more how you've executed the design. That is, you know, each material has its strong points, and you can maximize that through designing the frame around it. My thing is not so much the material, it's the design, and for me, what makes good design is that on a bicycle frame is that tubing is the star of the show, you know, and I want as much tubing on a Breezer frame and as little joinery as possible, and that's really what gives a frame, that lively feeling, no matter what the material is. The most tubing. Tubing is the star of the show.
Thank you, Joe, for the information. And good luck with this bike in Germany.
Thank you very much, David. I've really enjoyed it here. Every day I've ridden my a bike I rented. I wish it was a Breezer, but one of our Breezer transportation bikes. But from our hotel down in Langenargen, 10 kilometers away, my Breezer brand manager and I have been able to ride into the show, and it's been beautiful weather here along Bodensee. And I can't imagine why anybody would drive their car to this show. It's just so fantastic to be able to ride on all these wonderful bike paths in the area here. So really enjoy it.
One last question, Joe. Do you switch from 26 to 29?
I believe so. That's what I've been riding recently, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, 29ers I think are here to stay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.